with Kathy Mason, and she's been teaching it. It's also, this is a little snippet of some classes that she's doing. And this is one of the most important and key pieces, I think. And so for right now, I'm just going to turn it over to Kathy. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you. Thank you for the opening. So, Kathleen, do you, if you want to be seen, at the very bottom of the taskbar in Zoom, there's a microphone on the far left, and right next to it is a video camera. Also, Sally, if you'd like to be part of this too. And if there's a red line through that little, I can't hear you either, Kathleen. No, I'm sorry to say. But I see your name. Can you hear me? And Sally, can you hear us? I can type and I can hear you guys. Great. Oh, well, Kathleen, I hope you'll be able to see my screen because I'm using my screen. Also, Sally, I hope you'll be able to participate that way. So either way, we will be recording this. So if we have some technical glitches, hopefully you'll be able to see the recording as well. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen. And let's see. So here we go. So today we're going to talk about easy Facebook engagement. And this has just been updated for this year. So it's brand new information. And if you have questions, hopefully I'll be able to, Trina, will you be able to see the chat too?
Yep.
Yeah, great. Okay, so you can help with the questions. That would be great. Okay, so we're just going to start the show here. So the whole idea of this is to position your business on Facebook because it is the largest and the most successful social media service. And even people that are doing business that used to do a lot of their marketing on LinkedIn are using Facebook, and they're saying that Facebook converts, the advertisements on Facebook converts better than LinkedIn, even for businesses now. So what the idea here is, we're going to talk about how you can engage people and really create a relationship with them, because all of this is about relationship. It isn't about, it's not like the old days where you do a magazine ad and you just pray that enough people see the magazine ad and respond, or direct mail. This is where you actually can go back and forth with people. And so it's real important to have content that's engaging. So the other thing is I think what you could find is almost everyone that's really successful is using Facebook in lots of different ways, especially a Facebook Messenger, in order to connect with people. And Facebook Messenger is actually, people open it on their phones and on their computers. So a lot of people are saying they prefer that to email. But I'm going to really stay more about engagement on Facebook, on the pages, and in groups tonight, and what you can do to keep that very viable and make it very productive for your time and effort and fun. So Facebook, there's a lot of bad press on Facebook after the election and everything, but Facebook, you really have to be on it. There's really not a choice. There's 2.2 billion, that's B with a B, monthly active users, and that was the last quarter of 2018. So you can imagine by the time we're done with this quarter, there might be 2.5 billion monthly users. Over a billion of those, about half of them are mobile only. So part of this is real important for you to know how to use your phone and to be able to do a good job with your phone, because not everybody's going to a big screen. Not everybody has a big screen laptop. Or they might be using a Kindle to get on. They might be using a little pad, an iPad to get on. So you got to really think about that when you're doing all of this communication work as well. There are 1.5 billion daily active users. Active users. Now, there's no media that I know of where you could get 1 billion eyes, maybe some of television, but television has lost a lot of its audience. So it's going to be difficult to beat the visibility that you can get on Facebook anywhere else. So 45% of Facebook users only access the platform through their phone. So when you're thinking about, when you're doing your graphics or any of your videos or anything, you want to be able to think about phone use. Then I thought this was cool because my daughter's on Facebook. 83% of parents use Facebook and are their friends with their children. So that's nice because Facebook, as of the last quarter of last year and this quarter of this year, proclaimed that they really are more interested in friendships and relationships. So they're going to give preference to the posts that are more about your family, your pets, your children. They're going to show it to more of your friends without you paying for anything. So that's one other thing to keep in mind. Facebook adds 500,000 new users every day, and 6 new profiles are made every second. Oh my God. Can you imagine if you had a business like that? Wow. And then 68% of the US population of the adults in the US use Facebook. And 51% of them use it several times a day. Again, I don't know what the statistics are for television right now, but that's like an awesome, awesome opportunity. And one of my friends is calling me, so I can't talk right now. Okay, and then worldwide, 23% of the online population, 26.3% of the online population uses Facebook. So you can see these statistics, you just don't have a choice. It's just every year I say you don't have a choice. And this year, I really mean it. I meant it last year too. But I mean, you can complain about Facebook and you can complain about your ads not getting as much traction as before, but it still is, if you know how to use the tool, it's the most valuable tool, and not everything has to cost money, which is really important. So just so you understand, for the people that are fairly new to all of this, you can have all different kinds of Facebook accounts. You have to have a personal Facebook account in order to build a page or a group. So that's where you start. And Facebook doesn't want you to have more than one personal Facebook account. I know some of my internet marketing buddies have multiples, but that's up to you. But Facebook wants you to have one. And then from that one, you can have as many pages as you want, and the pages can have as many viewers as you want, and groups. Now, groups have gotten to be very popular way to fulfill training programs and to work together on collaborative community events. So you can have a public group, a closed group, or a secret group. And like right now, I have several groups, and they're on all different models. My Facebook pages, I have several different pages. I think I have 6 or more. So this is what a Facebook page looks like right now. And this was just updated. Now, this is Amazon's Facebook page, their business page. They have a Shop Now button where you can actually you can click this button and you're more than able to go straight to purchase, which is phenomenal. Facebook used to not let you do this. They wanted to keep everybody on their site. So they won't, if you put a link in your personal profile, and you want to have somebody go off into your website, a lot of times you may have to create an event or something on Facebook and then direct them to your website, then link to it. But look at the stats on this. That's 29 million people like it, and 28 million people are following it. That's unbelievable. Where could you get free advertising like that? Anywhere in the world. It's quite remarkable. And then this is part of how you use Facebook in order to really help yourself is, so I'll back up for a second. This last page, you can see there are all these other pages, and you can add pages to your page. So they have a video page, about page, photos, community guidelines, posts, and community pages all connected inside. So it's like a little website for free on Facebook. The about page is usually where people put all of their connections. So here's where your website goes, any products you want to go here. So if you go to mine, it would tell a little bit about me. One of my pages, my biggest page is an author page. I have over 10,000 people on it. And so my about page connects them to my website. So this is, you know, for free, for very little effort, you can have incredible traffic go for you. In a Facebook group, this is one of the groups that I'm a moderator for, and it only has 1,500, but they're all magical, magical people. Trina's in here, I think, too. And so you can see they've got about, discussions, chats, announcements, members, and events. Now, if you publish events out of a group or out of your page, it allows you to invite like a slew of people right away. So rather than you trying to keep inviting one by one and make yourself crazy, you can actually, if you do it on your page or here, there's a button that says all, you know, invite friends, and you can hit all, and it'll show you everybody, and you can real quick go and invite people. So that's the way to do it. The Facebook invites will then go to all those people automatically, and it actually is delivered pretty quickly, and it's higher up on their timeline than other things. So that's why you want to know about this as an opportunity to connect with people, especially if you're doing events or special offers. So getting likes, there's several ways to get likes. You find influencers, and I love Joel Comm, so I wanted to use him. And what you want to do, this is something for you to know, is you can follow and be a friend of these people. Now, sometimes if people have over 5,000 friends, they can't accept anymore, but you can follow them. So you still get notifications when they go live, you get notifications if they're posting things, and it's really, really helpful. The other thing you want to know is that if you pull down, so under following, you can hit default or see first. Now, if you hit see first, that actually you can do that to 30 people. And that's a way for you to see their posts on your timeline first. So that can be really helpful for you. Now, here, friends, you can click close friends, and it'll put a little star by that friends tab. And you'll always be able to connect with them. So those are two things for you to know that aren't taught anywhere, that'll help you stay tuned to people that you want to follow, especially if they're influencers in your industry and you want to see what they're doing. You'll be able to tell right away, because you'll come into your Facebook account and they'll show up on your timeline. Okay? The other way you can get likes is Facebook ads. And Facebook ads allow you to advertise, to put information in the news feed or on the right-hand side of the homepage. And what happens with that is you can also, with Facebook ads, you can add pixels. And what pixels are is they're little bits of code that are put into your web page or your destination page for the ad. So for instance, if I wanted to get likes onto my Facebook page and then I wanted the people to go to my web page, I could put a little pixel, it's P-I-X-E-L, on my web page. And it's like a cookie. And then when I come back into Facebook, or the person that comes to my site comes back into Facebook, I'll be shown one of these right-hand side ads. So it follows you. And that's called retargeting. So that's something that you may want to consider doing. It's free. It used to cost money, but it's free now. And it's really, really powerful because we're so ADD and Facebook's all about entertainment. So, you know, you might be looking at something and then a cute cat video shows up or a cute doggy video shows up or a baby and you get sidetracked. And so by having these reminders on the right-hand side, it alerts you to go back and check it out. And I mean, for me, a lot of times like, oh yeah, there it is. Because I might not have written it down or gotten the link. Okay, so
Kathy, do you see Kathleen's question?
No.
It says, where do you add an hours page?
A what?
Hours. Where do you add hours page? It's HOURS.
Hours. That's usually in the abouts. It's a business page would have the hours. A business page would, like a community page, might not have it.
And her second question was, how do you determine mailing list for inviting people to an event?
Okay, so normally what you would do is you would click all and then look through the people and select them. So the opportunity, it used to be you could only invite like 200 people at a time. And now it appears that you can do, because I did it for this. So I can show you, Kath. It'd be easier to show you on your particular page. I'd be happy to do that for you. So, but you'll see it's on the right-hand side, it's a click down, it says invite friends. And then it says all, or they'll actually give you a geographic area too. So you may have friends that are in New York City that aren't appropriate to invite to a real estate open house. So that's how we would have to look at what your choices are in your drop down. Okay. Did she say something else? I just saw 6.
She just said hours of operation, so that would be on your about page.
Yeah.
You couldn't find it. And then she said they have to be my friends on the mailing list, and thanks.
Well, the reason it depends on where you're inviting people from. You can set up an event out of your personal page, but most people that I in my experience, they usually invite people out of their business page or out of their group page rather than their personal page. And that's what I suggest too. It's much easier and you get much better bandwidth out of it. Okay, so if you're ready for business growth, we're going to talk about, and welcome Jade, we're going to talk about posting. And I want you to realize, now Jade's an expert in Facebook. She uses the tool very well. I want you to think about Facebook posting strategy as education and entertainment, because what you're doing is everything about social media is about relationship, but you want to be a value add in the relationship. You're not just going to say, like, I get all these likes on LinkedIn and they right away send me something like, They know who I am or what I need. They likened all of this to dating, where you should court each other and at least try to find out something about each other before you just try to create a solid deal. So the idea is, if you could educate and show your expertise, because that's really how you're connecting with people. Show your expertise, but you want it to be entertaining. And so if you keep that in mind, that'll help you tremendously, because you are an expert in something that is very valuable for other people. The other thing you want to do is you want to build your authority. So authority, again, is expertise, and showing how you can build your authority is you want to share it in active pages or groups. So I don't know about you, but I'm in a lot of groups, and when I'm in them, if I'm active in them, I'm helping people. If they have a question, I'm answering if I can. If they've got a statement, I might be commenting on it. So you're not going in there like dive bombing a group of your competitors and trying to steal people. You're trying to be a value add. You also want to see how people react to each other, so you can sort of feel, it's just be like being in physical in a group, in a circle, and you don't just go in and impose yourself in there. You sort of see how everybody communicates together and how they work together and who the leaders are. So you really want to have courtesy with it all. You contribute and comment on posts, and you share golden nuggets. Now, I think that's one of the most important parts of all of this, is that you all have tremendous opportunities and gifts to share. And we need you to. We need kindness and love and conscious interaction on social media, especially on Facebook, because there is an opportunity to be kind of nasty where in this hidden digital world. So it's really important for these golden nuggets. That's how you build your relationship with people. So if you get a good response on the golden nuggets, then give them more value. So the more value you give, it's not like giving away all your work for free. It's quite important for you to share. But you don't want to override the group owners. Now, that's out of integrity and it's lack of courtesy. It'd be like going to a drumming circle with Trina, and you bring a bigger drum and you take over as the drum master. That's not cool. So it's common courtesy that we're asking for also on the internet, and especially on Facebook, because these relationships, you would not believe how powerful they are. I mean, people say, oh, digital friends aren't the same. It's quite remarkable what's happening in the virtual world. So what we want to do here is talk about Facebook engagement success. So we've talked about sharing in groups. We've talked about giving value. We've talked about being an authority, but not overriding other people. But what we want to do is we want to create relationships with people so they know, like, and trust you. Now, the way that's happening, the quickest way to do that right now is video. There's no question that when people hear you and sense your voice, feel your heart, I mean, the frequencies are recorded. The digital frequencies are available for the people that are sensitive in your tribe to recognize you. So that's what we're doing here, is we're doing things so they know, like, and trust you. If you're posting anything, whether it's videos, if it's text, you want to post something of value. I found statistics, but I didn't want to add them here because it was so long. But if you use emojis on your posts, you will get more interaction than if you don't. And it's like a double response. So even though they may seem silly to have these goofy faces on there, I don't know if you see what I do. I put a lot of hearts on things. I highly recommend you use emojis. And then you can pin posts. Pinning posts means that you can actually put a post up on your Facebook, on your page, and you can tell it to stay at the top of the page. So even though you may have 2 posts a day coming in on top of it, it'll always remain there for 7 days. And then it goes into the regular thread. So if you're having an event or you have a video that you made that you really want more people to see, that's one way to do it. But be careful again, because you want to add value. And so you may want to not pin the post until you start to see that you get a lot of interaction on it, and then pin it. So again, being mindful in your marketing, that's part of my whole shtick, is mindful marketing magnetism. I really think that mindfulness is magnetic. So I really want to encourage you to do that. And we're going to go over some of the ways you can post for engaging conversation. But in this particular slide, if you get nothing else, please get that use emojis. And even if you're not used to using them, just try it. Just take my word for it. Okay, so posting time. So this is from Sprout Social, which is one of the vendors that you can use to automate your posting. And what they're showing is lowest engagement time and days of the week. And you can see the dark blue is the highest engagement, and it's Wednesday at noon, Thursday at 1, and at Wednesday at 2, and Thursday at 2 o'clock. So which is very interesting. Now your particular audience may be a little different, but this was the content that for all of Facebook. It's a global engagement. So there were specifics for nonprofits that I didn't include in this that may be a little different. Some programs, because they're on the weekends and for working people that can't participate during the week, they may do higher on the weekends than the general. So according to Sprout Social, best times to post on Facebook are Wednesday at noon and 2 p.m. and Thursday at 1 and 2. Thursday is the best day to post on Facebook for the whole week. Safest times to post include weekdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday is the least amount of engagement for Facebook, and you can understand people are out running errands and doing their stuff. Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
And then evenings and early mornings have the least amount of engagement of the day. But what you really want to do is you really want to see when your followers are online. And again, if you get traction, you want to see when people are responding to you, and then give more data, give them more stuff those time periods. So the best ways right now in 2019 to engage with your tribe are Facebook stories, Facebook lives, video posts, image posts, and text posts being the last. Okay? And we want you to find your tribe. That's the whole reason to do this. This isn't an exercise in futility. There's 2 billion people on Facebook. And if you have over 1,000 people on your friends list, you know, even if they only show it to 10% of your list of your friends, that's 100 people that could be buying products and services from you. So it's really important. So on Facebook stories, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's these circles, and they're visible on your computer screen as well as on your phone. And your story is a way of sharing information that'll be available for only 24 hours, but it goes out to almost everyone on your list, on your friends list. And there's hardly anything that does that. So that's why you want to know about stories. You can share the story from your computer, Facebook app, or in Messenger. Okay? When you add a photo or video to your Facebook story, it can be seen across Facebook and Messenger. You can always control, you can see your story. So I'm not going to go into depth with this, but I want you to know that that's something you want to do. The next thing I want to do is Facebook Live. You want to entertain and educate with Facebook Live. It's 100% free. You can sell on it. You can powerfully connect with your tribe. You can be personal, concise, purposeful. Now, coming prepared, a lot of people use little Post-it notes where they'll make themselves a note of 3 to 5 things that they don't want to forget. And it is like sitting here, I'm having tea still. It's like having tea with a friend. You don't have, if it's too polished, it doesn't connect. So the more you can do these Facebook Lives and get comfortable with it, the better. And Facebook Live has shown, again, the reason why I'm suggesting these is they show in your news feed. Okay, then when you're on your Facebook Live, you can ask them to like your page, sign up for your free gift that's on your website or on your Facebook page, join your group, join you on a challenge, or go to your website. So, this is an opportunity for you if you feel, and I do feel almost everyone that's here has some incredible heart gift that they want to share with their customers. And they have a drive to share that. Then Facebook Live is the perfect thing for you. Now, I started doing these Conscious Business Zone interviews, and I'm using a product called BeLive.tv. This one I did this morning. And if you notice, I'm wearing the same scarf. And this was with Noel Marshall and Bob Warner. And what BeLive is it's a third-party platform that allows you to actually put their name, you can put your branding on it, and you can, for the comments that are available from the people watching it, you can actually put it on the screen. So in real time, people can't talk to you, but it's like they're talking to you because you can read their comment and answer the question. So it's sort of like what we're doing here with the chat, but it's visible on screen. So I recommend BeLive.tv. It's about $15 a month to use it. And you need to use Chrome, the browser Chrome, in order to use it. Okay, so yes?
Kathy, there's a question from Jade going back to that chart of the best times to post. She wanted to know what time zone the chart was in.
I don't know. That's a good question. I can find out. I can go back to I saved the report.
Okay, cool.
I can send you the whole report if you want. I thought I was being so clever, but I'm sure yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if it's Pacific or, but Jade, you might have the information of when you get most results. When do you get best results? Jade? Huh.
And then Jackie was asking if BeLive was like a podcast.
No, it's a third party. Hi, Jade.
There she is.
So I can answer your question. Actually, really early in the morning is some of my best engagement, believe it or not, between 6 and 7 a.m. Pacific.
Wow.
Because I have a whole lot of Colorado, and Colorado seems to get up and get on Facebook early before they go out and about. But I was really interested in what the average was, especially with posting, because it varies greatly. And sometimes I get a lot of engagement on Saturdays. I've had some of my best days on Facebook on a Saturday.
That was a combination of all the research. So they had them broken out into nonprofits, for-profit. They had all different levels, and I took the composite because, yeah. But I'd be happy to share the report because I downloaded it.
It's likely it's either East Coast or West Coast,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah, who knows which one, though? I don't know. So thanks, Jade. Thank you so much. So, and then Jackie, was there another question from Jackie too?
Yeah, there was. She wanted to know if Facebook Live was like a podcast.
Oh, you mean Be Live or?
Yeah,
or-
Be
Be
Live.
Live, yeah.
Okay, no, Be Live is a third-party product, just like Zoom is. And it is only $15 a month. And you open up your Facebook account, then you go into Be Live, and you can do, I mean, if you want, I could show it to you right now, but it's BeLive.tv. Just go there and look at it. And I was part of the beta testers for it. So I'm always trying new stuff. I really like it. And I recommend it. And these,
Instead of Zoom?
excuse
Is that
me?
instead of Zoom, or how to?
They're very different.
Okay.
They're not, this is for interviewing. It's basically a way for you to customize your Facebook Lives.
Okay.
And you can have 4 people on, or you can do it just yourself, but you can brand yourself. And what it does is it allows you then afterwards, I can download the video and put it up to YouTube. So it can multi-purpose the content. So that's what I'm creating a YouTube channel with Conscious Business Zone. So, but what's happened is the reason interviews are so wonderful is that people may not know me, but they know Noelle and Bob. And so, although I know a lot of their friends, but because they're my friends, but if I didn't know them, if this was an influencer that I was engaging with, I would have the opportunity to get seen in their world. So it's a huge way for you to grow your business. Like right now, what I'm doing, just so you know, is I don't know if you've seen this magazine, Conscious Company.
Nope.
But that's I've got about a year of them. They sell it at Whole Foods. It's about our kind of companies. And basically, they're the people that I'm going to be interviewing as the time goes on in between my healers and my customers. So it gives you a chance to reach out, because it's like having a podcast or like having a radio show where you can say, hey, do you want to be on my radio show? Everyone wants that exposure. So it's really a great opportunity for you. And at $15 a month, it just takes a little bit of effort. That's all. Okay?
I like the branding that it has. Kathy, it's really an easy interface to use. In fact, I have an idea for a new show today, of course.
Of course you do. Oh, Jade. Okay. Well, anyway, this is what we wanted to talk about, is not only can you engage with the live videos, you can make little videos pretty easily. And that's another class that I teach here usually. But if you do videos, look at the difference of the reach. And that's what we're talking about here. It's if you want more people to see your posts, if you want to do live video, you want to do well, you want story, live video, then you want video. And videos can be slideshows. I mean, you can make them in PowerPoint. They don't have to be expensive. I'd be happy to teach you some free or almost free ways to do it. Okay? But then you see what the difference is when you have Facebook and then images. So and for a while there, images were everything. And everybody had the little mimes, and they had their quotes, and their inspiration stuff. And you can see it's about half. So that is, even though they're pretty and they're comfortable and they feel the video's the way to go. Okay, so now if you're, yes?
My question is, so when that video on that top thing, would that include making like a cute PowerPoint video with inspirational statements on it, like we see, or is it more like the John Silva that they advertise on my page every 16 seconds?
Okay, so,
I'm gonna
okay,
interview him.
these aren't ads.
I understand.
These are, okay, so a lot of my presentation tonight is how you do things at almost no cost, low cost. That's kind of my little niche, because I like gaming the system. So, so when you're talking about like the things that have they may be a video, but they really are just a quote. Yeah, those count as video. So, and you can personalize those. I mean, they could have your mugshot on it even if you know, and you can be going like that, and it's a go to Mount Shasta. Go to the universe. Okay. You use Catherine Skaggs tarot cards. Okay. Anyway, okay, so that's video's important, and I'm happy to show how to do low cost ones. Low cost, almost no cost. Okay, Jackie, do you have a question? Looks like you have a question.
Oh, you were just talking about classes that you teach, and so I was like, okay, when are those?
I will be able to give you the schedule. We're still firming up the year, what we're doing, but I forget, Trina, did we schedule? I can't remember what I scheduled. I can do that to you later.
Yeah, I'll have to
I
go.
don't have it right here, so I'll be able to give it to you later. But I'm always trying out new cool software and low cost software to do things. Okay. Okay. So okay. So engagement tips. What you want to do when you are engaging with people is ask questions. Okay. So that's just common sense again too. If you're trying to find out what your customers need, how you can best help them, you can't just intuit it all. You have to ask. So you might ask general questions, fill in the blank questions. People love these binary questions where it's A, B, yes or no, true or false. They love them because I think most of people are on their phone. It's so much easier than trying to type something in. Question images that can be made into a video. Again, that's what you were talking about with the quotes. Jade, you could make a question image into a video. And this is, you can't be shy, or if you are shy, this last one's probably not for you, but if you ask opinions, you can get some great conversations going. Now, you have to back up a little bit just to have you understand how Facebook works. When you post something new, if you get likes and comments on it right away, they show it to more people. So the idea of these engagement tips is a way to trick the algorithm into going, oh, this is a good one. Their people will love it because it wants to help you make Facebook better. So that's why this is so important, that if you have something that's a yes or no and you get a lot of traction, what's your favorite movie, what's your favorite song, what's your favorite book, and people actually respond to it, you want to go back as soon as they respond. If you can, you want to respond back. You want to reply. And as soon as you reply, you will see it being shown to a whole bunch more people. But they test it. And it's like that first, 20 minutes, half an hour that it's out there, that's the key. So that's something for you to know. And if you get a hot one, just jump on it. Okay? And I encourage you to interact. Yes, Jade?
Well, I learned if I went on a little bit beforehand too and started pre-engaging the algorithm, I never even thought about it. And half the time I splash and run because I'm in the middle of, it's like, boom, this needs to come through. And then run away. I've learned that like you're saying, that half an hour afterwards, you actually engaging. Otherwise, it's like it's like somebody closes the door and they can't reopen it. It's
Right.
really wild to watch.
Right.
And they love something where you ask them what they see in something, whether it's clouds. I'll be posting my paintings, tree trunks. It doesn't matter, dirt. If you ask them what they see so they can give their opinion without really hurting anyone, they really like it. In what
Right. That's what I mean. The idea is Facebook wants you to engage your friends and family. That's their mantra for this year and the end of last year. They changed the algorithm to benefit the people that engage your friends and family. So this is one of the tricks of the trade. And it's fun. I mean, when you get a hot one, it's like fishing and you got one. You know, it's like, oh, I got a fish. So I would take it that way. The other thing for engagement is using photos, use a personal story, share thoughts on hot topics, share your experiences, celebrate your personality. This is a place to be authentically you. And if they reject you, so what? They weren't for you anyway. So you can't be really worried about the people that don't like you. That's their problem, honestly. But the difference in marketing anymore is the authentic person is the one that gets people to know, like, and trust them because they're authentically consistent. And if you celebrate your personality, like let's say you had to take your driver's test 5 times before you passed it. That's kind of funny now. At 16, it was crushing. But now it's kind of funny. If you share that, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that will have that same experience that will share theirs. And it creates a relationship. If you got great results, like even you talk about you made this video, you were so proud of yourself, you finally did it, and you share that it was well received, people, that gives other people the confidence and the strength of will and the courage to do it for themselves as well. What Jade was just talking about is inviting them into conversation by asking them how they interpreted something. Looks like there's another chat. Trina, could you grab that?
Yep.
Okay.
It says, what about nostalgia? I see that a lot.
Well, again, if that's part of your personality or if that's part of the connection you have to your customer. So for instance, in it's warm fuzzies, so it'll create a wonderful feel. But if you're an innovator, going back to stuff in the past probably isn't as good as you showing cool stuff for the future. So you have to kind of think about what your brand is about and what your mission is, because obviously you're trying to connect with people that are like-minded. So nostalgia, kitties, little children, doggies, puppies, owls, all of that stuff's fun. Beautiful scenery shots, they're fun. But, you just have to see how much of that you want, because you're watering down your message if you do that and only that. So it's edutainment. You want to educate as well as entertain. So you got to keep those things in mind, okay? Okay, for sales. So what you want to think about is your content that you're using for sales strategies. And what most people are doing right now if you're doing online learning and online promotions is they're inviting people to get a free class. And a lot of times there's a free video and then there's 3 sections, 3 other videos that are they're sequenced data that build kind of a mini class. And then at the end of that is sold the big class. So that's one way you can use content to lead people through a funnel to go buy your bigger item. That's one way. Content is king. I mean, or queen, as the case may be. But content is very important because that's your authority. That's how you build a reputation with people. And you want to be a genuine resource to your people. I mean, you don't realize what you think. Like, I love Facebook. I love learning stuff every week. I take a class at least once a week on this stuff. And it's like a game to me. Well, you want somebody like me if you don't like to do that. And you want to learn from somebody like me so you don't have to. You don't have to take those classes. Just listen to me and I'll do the content curation for you, make it the Cliff Notes so you don't have to do all that work. So that's what we're talking about. So so if you are doing Feng Shui, or let's say you're doing dowsing or doing some energy work, then you would collate information and give people your content and then feed them through to a purchase. Okay? And I think quite a few of the people on this call already know how to do that. So SEO, keywords, and hashtag. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and keywords. Search engine optimization is what people use as a term to help you get found on the internet. And in general, all of the browsers, Google, Chrome, Bing, I guess you could say some of the other sites, Quora, some of the other sites, let's see, YouTube, they all allow you to use keywords, which are the long tail keywords, which are 3 or 4 words that help you determine the results in Google or in any of these search engines. So when you're doing that on Facebook, you'll see if you use a consistent, like I'm using Conscious Business Zone, and I should be able to look up in Google and find a whole bunch of my Conscious Business Zone stuff. Now, I haven't optimized all of it yet, but it will show Facebook results as well as YouTube. Hashtags. Hashtags are very important on Twitter, but they are not great on Facebook. That's my finding, and that's what people are saying over and over again. I don't know if other people are finding something different, but yeah. Do you have a question?
You can search a hashtag.
Yes, you can, but they were not the search engine opportunity in Facebook is not as sophisticated as it should be. And so they're saying the results are not worth the effort. That's all I'm telling. I just read that this week. So that's what the findings are. But on Twitter, they're great. So anyway, other ways to do sales are partnerships, where again, if you're interviewing people or you create a partnership with people that have the similar target market, usually that's a win-win-win-win. I highly recommend that, and it's a fun way to build your business. Communities and groups, again, we've talked about how you can interact in groups without stealing the show, but being a powerful resource. And a lot of times what people do in communities is if you answer questions and you get a lot of go back and forth, like for instance, right now people are doing text underneath their videos on Facebook and on YouTube, because a lot of people are at work watching this stuff and they can read, but they can't have the sound on. And so if you found the perfect software to do that, and you're on one of these communities, you might actually say to the person who's asking, PM me, private message me on Facebook, and I'll give you the details. So that's a great way to create a better interaction and still support the people. And then, of course, we talked about Facebook advertising. The advertising, again, that's a whole nother class. And it's an art as much of it as a science. That is something that it takes years, and I've been doing this for over 10 years. So it's not always predictable. And again, you have to know what you're doing or else you waste a lot of money. So, and mostly the Facebook advertising is in picking the correct audience. Now, one of the things you can do on Facebook advertising that I highly recommend you consider doing is if you have an email list, you can upload your email list and create a custom audience. And that way, you can advertise to that custom audience so that they're getting a 1-2 punch. If they're getting an email from you out of your email provider, you can also advertise to the same people on Facebook, and you can do the free retargeting. So that's one thing for you to know that not many people know to do, but that's ideal. Okay, so to make money, you want to push eyes to your website to build your email list, to straight to an offer. So sometimes it's a free gift. Usually your email list building tool is a free download. It could be audio or a free report. You can do it straight to an offer. Looks like there's some other questions, Trina.
Mhm.
Or you can take a quiz, or you can do contests.
How do you upload your list to Facebook?
I can't cover that right here because I would have to show you. It's a way you have to create a custom audience in the ad manager in Facebook. It is not something I can show you right here. That's why people get paid a lot of money to do Facebook advertising for other people, because there's a lot of this that is a little complicated. It's not terribly complicated if someone walks you through it, but it's I can't do it here, but I'd be glad to share.
That was from Jackie.
Okay, well, Jackie, you know how to find me. Okay, the other thing to consider. Oh, what? Jade?
You said quizzes and contests. Do you have a favorite quiz maker?
Okay, so the question is whether or not you want to do quizzes on your site or in Facebook. So I don't have a favorite. I've been trying them on people's sites and dragging them off of Facebook. So I don't, but I can find out what people are recommending if you want.
I would love to hear. I've looked at a lot of different softwares.
Okay.
We want it to be simple and easy and not done by a programmer who wants us to program or put a lot of data in.
Okay.
Because really, people are so fast, right? Like they want to see a picture. One of my favorite kind of quizzes is pick one of the 4, and from their picks, you give them an answer based on what you put in. That is a good time.
Right. Well, you can also do polls, kind of like that. You could use the poll maker that's free in Facebook to do that. So, because that's almost like a poll, and then you could see what people liked the best. Like people do that for book covers, where they'd say, do you like cover A or B? And they use the poll software.
Yeah, that's for a little. I mean, the quiz maker could give them like, you're an animal empath. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, okay. So the quizzes that I'm talking about that people are doing that I've done for people is it's like you make this choice and it cascades to this. So it's not a one action quiz. You make a choice and then you get another choice and then another choice. And that we've been doing those on websites, not on Facebook.
Okay, within their
So, but I'll ask my buddies and see what happens. Okay. Then the other thing here is Facebook Marketplace, and I don't know if any of you are using it, but like Jade, for your crystals, you could be putting them up there.
Put 11 things in Marketplace tomorrow, so that's cute.
How about that? Oh, you just are the key student here, the shining star. So does anybody else use Marketplace at all? Has anybody else enjoyed the benefit of that? I've seen people sell ebooks and other things there too. So it's going to be big. And Facebook is in competition big time. Oh, there's some more questions. Facebook is in competition more and more with YouTube. And so the disappointing thing that's going to happen is that they're going to start putting ads on the Facebook videos like YouTube.
Yeah, Kathleen Wills said she just found it for cars yesterday. Facebook Marketplace, that is. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, so you can see that it's powerful. It's like what Craigslist used to be when it first started, only you can actually connect it to a real person and you can make sure that you're not being taken advantage of, because it hooks back into someone's personal profile. And you can also see where they're from. So it's really powerful. People are making a fortune on it. So I just want to make sure you guys know about that. If you sell products and services, you can sell massage coupons. I mean, you don't have to use Groupon. You can do it here. So, okay, questions. Anybody have more questions that they'd like to? Selena, do you want to say anything? Selena, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my. Okay. Yes, I'm just taking it all in. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the invitation and everything. That I'm just like a sponge right now.
Yes.
So,
Thank
yeah.
you. Well, let me know if you have other questions after you get a chance to play around, because
Yes, I will.
there's so much here, and I love it. I really love it.
Very
So
good.
Jackie's got a question that says, please elaborate on your story that you mentioned earlier, where you were talking about Facebook stories.
Oh, okay. So Facebook stories is one of the things I did at the very beginning. Facebook stories allows you to put images, move videos, and text. And a lot of people put a lot of their personal stuff on there. So you have to see what you want to use it as. There are, it's a great opportunity for you to share whatever's on your heart really quickly and have a large amount of your friends actually see it. So it's much more powerful than your regular news feed, your regular timeline. But you want to talk about it, Jade? You use it.
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
Are they saying how many stories? Because I mean, I do a lot of stories because I throw it, because I have a feeling it gets to more. I had no data, just a feeling. And I see some of my friends that use Facebook as a way to influence, and at the same time, have a return in clients at times, that they use story too, so that they. I mean, is there 1, 3, 7 stories a day? Are they saying anything about that?
I didn't see the quantity, but I wouldn't overuse it. I wouldn't do more than 1 a day, really.
Depends upon what it is, I guess.
Well, I think the thing is anything that you overdo means that the people are going to not pay as much attention. So the thing is, again, it's like if you text me 5 times a day, I'm going to eventually go, there she is again, or there he is again. And I'm not going to pay as much attention. But if I'm looking forward to seeing you live and see your story, and you use it as a content, as part of your content program, I think you'll get a much better result. And you'll get, if you're using it to call to action, like Jade is doing some trips. So for her to talk about how great the last trip was in the story, and then at the end say, if you're interested, go here to find out more, that would be more important than you adding 3 stories that day. Okay? So did that help you, Jackie? Did that help? Okay. And stories is a new thing. There's, you know, they're always changing and always upgrading and testing things. And again, I can't say this enough. They want you to, Facebook is determined to have you have relationships with people. They don't want to give you any extra promotion for free. So if you're connecting to your friends and family, and stories are a way for you to connect on a personal level so that people will know, like, and trust you, they will promote that. But if it's all just commercial, buy me, buy me, buy me, that doesn't create a relationship with anybody. That in fact is a huge turnoff. So what you want to do is you only want to sell 20% of the time on anything on Facebook. I would suggest that in most interactions, that if you're always selling, they're going to just turn you off after a while.
Kathy, I have a quick question. Can you see what your story looks like anywhere?
No. Well, when I go on, I can see the plus to do more. I can see yours. It's a little round circle with your face.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like looking at that's my iPad.
Uh-huh.
Well, they don't show me my own story.
No, they don't. I know. See, that's how new it is, really, when you think about it. I mean, they're testing everything. And again, I think they don't realize how obnoxious the advertising is going to be when they start putting ads on everything, when you're in the middle of a heart-wrenching video that you got your Kleenex out and then they throw a toilet paper ad in the middle of it. That, you know, how they're going to affect people.
Well, I mean, seriously, I'm moving stuff to Patreon because I am so sick and tired of YouTube commercials in the middle of me watching something. And
well, Patreon's a great tool. I mean, when I went to Vid Summit, I got to meet the guy who started that. It's amazing.
Yeah, actually, they're getting so bombarded they can't keep up with their email responses right now.
Oh, that's good.
It's a good problem.
That's a good problem to have. Yeah. Thank you. Jackie, did you have a question too? Want me to unmute you? I can. There, I tried to unmute you. It's not working. I guess you have to do it. It's at the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side.
So what about Facebook posts? I know you said, you know, advertising and all that, but Facebook posts, to boost your post isn't very expensive.
Okay, so the boost your post, again, what you would want to do is you want to work on, and this is Facebook advertising, and I'd be glad to go in more in depth with all of it, but again, it's determined by your audience. So you don't do a general post to everyone that liked your page and all their friends. That'll be a total waste of money. Okay. But if we can set it up so that you have an audience that, especially if it's for an event or something you're doing local, or you want local participation, then you'd want to do 50-mile radius from like Denver or Boulder, and build out the interests. So I think that's another class really to really help you. But boosting posts help give visibility, but they may not convert to a sale.
Right. So
People are so busy. They need to see things multiple times in order for it to finally click. And especially our community seems like they do everything last minute. So that's where all of us get more gray hair. So so that's the thing is I'd be glad to talk to you more about that and help you determine what's the best way to do it. But the audience is the key to making that work. Okay? Okay. Great. Any other questions? Jackie, did you have any other, or Kathleen or Sally? I don't know who. Sally's very quiet. Nope. Okay.
Jade saying thank you so much.
Oh, great. Okay. So this
And
is
so
if you need help. Oh, thanks. Jade's an expert on Facebook. She's doing a great job. So that she doesn't need my help that much. We do stuff all the time. But anyway, these are ways that you could find me. That's my personal page. And this was taken at Vid Summit, which was this fabulous event in LA that was, there were 1,500 people there all sharing information. And this was almost all the women. There were hardly any women there. It was all men, but they were all consciously sharing. It was so cool. So that's why we had our picture taken in front of it. Is there was just, I don't know, out of 1,500, maybe there was 100 women, not even. So anyway, but if you need my help, here's some ways to reach me. That's my author page, and then this is my personal page. And then as a gift, I do have a free ebook that you can get if you go to masonworksmarketing.com/FB, and that'll help you with a book and a checklist. And you just go there, and sign up, and you can download it for free. Okay? Did everybody got that? It's masonworksmarketing.com/presents/FB/. Okay? And then this is the ways that you can reach Trina and I. Trina, do you want to talk about this slide?
Well, just to let you all know how much we appreciate all of you coming on. And one of the teachings that we talk about in appreciation is that appreciation means to grow. So when you think of like money appreciating in value, or something appreciating in value, so when you say big appreciation to you, we're really honoring you for being here and hoping that and wishing for you that everything that you're doing is growing as well. And so just really want to be grateful and thank you for all of you. And Kathleen's saying, I really appreciate you. And Earthkeeper Selena is saying thank you for the gift. And Kathleen, I think maybe you were asking for the prior slide, the other contact info, but I think everything you needed was probably on this one. And
Yeah, so the idea is that we're hoping to do these once a month, and we're hoping to have the community grow where we all can support each other. Right now, Trina and I are doing the presentations, but eventually, if we get a big enough audience, we'd be inviting other people to also present. So
and men are invited. We just want to give more of a women's perspective, or a women's way of looking at things, which is sometimes a little bit different than what the men's perspective would be. But I do things through Journeys for Conscious Living, and accompany meetings and events as well, which we put on. I just came back from a cruise that we did a cruise conference for 45 people, which was pretty fun. And so a lot of different ideas. And I'm not sure if we have next month's topic yet, but hopefully by next week we'll have it up and let everybody know. And we're also looking at building this out more with a website and more Facebook posts and things as well, and making some of these available after the fact. And that's something Kathy and I are designing right now.
Yes. Yes, I do put these up on my YouTube channel, and I'm happy to share them with you. And we just both, Trina and I both really love teaching and really are passionate about this new time where everybody can collaborate at a much higher level and co-create the new earth. And so we just are so happy to have an audience to do
And
this.
Sally's saying thank you so much as well. Her voice is on the page.
Who is Sally?
Yeah.
Wow, hi, Sally. And Nancy, too. Nancy, I don't know. We didn't hear from Nancy. I don't know which Nancy it is. But anyway, thank you all for coming. And again, we'd love to interact with you if we can help you.
Could I just say something in closing?
Yes, please.
Kathy,
Yes.
I don't have my video on because I'm so exhausted. I'm too tired right now to present myself to be on video, but next time I will. But what's happened to me is that I was invited quite unexpectedly. I was invited to be a guest speaker on someone who has a Facebook or YouTube following of over 200,000 people.
Great.
And as a result of that, at the talk it was a talk on reclaiming women's medicine.
Beautiful.
And the response was so incredible that I've been trying to keep up ever since with the responses and people reaching out. And so I was absorbing what you were saying today to try to, because my platform or my website, nothing was prepared for that kind of an onslaught of questions and emails and Instagram and oh my goodness. And so I'm trying to sort my way through responding to people and actually getting to do the work, which is a new program I'm offering called Journey Up the Mountain. And so your comments today are so timely and helpful for me, and I'm hoping to wade through the overwhelm. I'm doing it probably the very way you shouldn't do it. Getting all the customers.
It's perfect, right? It's perfect to show you what you need to know, right?
Yeah, like getting all the clients before you have the infrastructure in place to accommodate, but I'm wading through it and I'm doing my best. And it's just been, so it's taken my work to a whole new level. So I'm looking forward to joining all of you in this other stratosphere that I've been looking for a long time. So.
Right. Well, this is the time to co-create together. It's so wonderful. And we're much stronger. We've been holding the frequency and trying to stay in resonance, and now it's really easy. There's a mass of us.
Yes.
And people aren't afraid to be seen like they were. The veil's so thin, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there that things are happening and it's happening quickly.
How exciting.
And I appreciate each of you are here and what all your questions and that I can absorb and listen. So thank you.
Well, let me know if I can help, Selena.
I will be reaching out to you. Yeah,
thank you. Okay, well, thank you and congratulations on that. That's a wonderful problem to have.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Good night, everyone.
Night, night, everyone.
Thanks
Thank you.
for everything.
Thank you.